Hi guys, this is Pauline's daddy if you're new to my channel. And yeah, today I feel so happy. So many things have happened of late and it's because of God. You guys, if there was a time I could take God on a personal outing, God knows how many outings would have gone to by now. But yeah, the Lord is good. He is so good. Anyway, so you guys are so sure everyone's like wondering what I'm going to talk about today, because first of all, I'm in the calmest mood ever, so everyone is like wondering. But today I want to talk about parents. I know I've kept quiet and it's funny, but today I want to talk about parents. So what I want to talk about parents is parents should support their kids. Kids, you know what's your child to your parent, you're still a kid. No matter how old you are, you're still a kid to your parents. So today in this video, I want to talk about parents supporting their kids in every single situation they're in. Yes, even if it's the worst situation, you need to support your kid, because as a parent, that's your obligation. Like, you need to support your kids in whatever they do. Okay, apart from the bad things, yeah, no parent wants their kid to do something wrong. But what I'm saying this is, I know you guys have said this once, and I've said it twice, and 3 times, and over again. What I'm saying is recently I had a friend of mine, and she texted me. She was telling me how her mom was so mad at her because she got a carry-on retake, or she has to repeat a certain course unit at uni. And she told me this course unit was really hard. It wasn't like the easiest she'd ever seen, it's like the hardest she'd ever seen. And when all her results are so good and she just starts that carry-on, that one carry-on, the mom is like throwing tantrums and all those bad useless words and all those nasty things. Do not even show that, you know what, this is just for you to do better. It could have been planned or not. The mother was just like basically backing at her, shouting at her. Like, imagine moving from uni to your parents' house and the next thing you're receiving is all of this out. So I'm talking about this is because some things that parents do, they don't find them really big, but they are really huge. Like, really huge. In my previous video, I talked about depression. This like some videos back in the day, I talked about depression, and one of the reasons people get depression is because of their parents. You see, some of the things that parents do make someone so sad, and depression is a result of continuous sadness, like sadness that comes in and it's combined with stress, and you're angry, you're not happy with yourself, and you can't even talk to anyone. So today I'm talking about parents supporting their kids. One of the reasons is to avoid such scenarios where your kid doesn't want to even come home, you send them to uni, and the only time you ever see them is on Christmas, on Easter. Even in the vacation, they'll always find that littlest thing or work, even when they're not paying them, so they don't be around you or in your sight, or you're always in their company or something like that. So today, what I'm saying is parents need to start supporting their kids, okay? Sir, madam, if you have a kid, support them. Even if you're so angry with them, don't start shouting, because God knows you could regret those things. Anyway, straight to the point. So from that story, I feel like these are things that people take so minor and they're so serious. So like in this scenario, the mother should have been like, okay, yes, I'm not happy you got this. However, this could be a chance for you to do better. The exam could be easier. You need to put in more effort. You need to consult more. You need to do whatever you weren't doing in the first place, even when you knew this was hard or you thought you had the slightest chance of passing. So you also explain, you're like, you know what, maybe your chance of passing wasn't that time, because I believe everything happens for a reason, and that's very true. Everyone, I think, like believes that. Anyway, I don't know. But in this place, like I already said, the parents should have said that rather than shouting all those bad things to the kid, because like Alia said, this could lead to depression. Like, it's so devastating. The kid is like really struggling to make you happy more than they're making themselves happy. Spending all those sleepless nights with friends discussing, reading so that they can excel. Another comes out disappoints them. And when they thought the slightest person to support them was her mom or his mom or their parents, and the best we can do is just start abusing her, telling him, you know what, you're stupid. I don't want you in my house. All you do is sleep. All you do is just record. I don't think this is the way things should be handled. So when you do that to someone who was expecting you to support them, someone who even they know you're not going to be happy, but then yes, just tell them, you know what, I'm not happy, but let's take it to the better side of it, okay? Do not go on and tell them all those nice things, how you're not going to put them in their wheels, how you don't want them in your house, how they're always sleeping. Like, come on, they're your kids in the first place. Why are you giving birth to them if you're not going to support them? If you're not going to encourage them? Because one of the obligations for parents is to support their kids, okay? So, that being put aside, so when you say these things and the person is expecting the biggest support from you, and you're like her biggest support system, and the next thing is you're just doing those things, there is a way the person's mind is just going to drive to the worst case scenarios. You understand? So the person is just going to get angry with herself, get angry at you for every single thing that has ever happened during me in the house. She's going to start thinking it's her. He's going to start thinking it's him. And the next thing we know, boom! Depression kicking in. Okay? Speaking of which, you guys, I was in a salon one time and I met this lady, because this is why I always go to do my nails. And I was like talking about how some kid had died because of depression. And guess what? It was like, is that a boy? I'm like, yes. What killed him? I'm like, I think depression, because he had issues. Oh, is it because he did not ask a girl out or the girl refused? Oh, anyway, let the boy die. And I'm like, this is her parents, Because she said she has 3 kids, a pair of twins and 1 boy. And I'm like, okay, that's no material to this case, but I'm kind of showing that some parents are really weird. So when you support your kid, you are putting away all these funny risks of depression, because one of the reasons are these things parents tell kids. You cannot wake up one time and start abusing your kid, how you don't even want to put them in your will, how they're undersleeping, how they're not doing anything constructive in your life. You start opening all those bad wounds of long time ago. You start pouring salt in them and spirit, and imagine having a wound and you put in salt, put in spirit, put in alcohol, because alcohol has that thing that burns up. You see in the movies they always show when someone is like having a wound, they pour on alcohol. So imagine all those things being put in a wound. Is what this parent is doing by bringing up all the past mistakes, by spoiling the whole impression the kid had that the parent was going to support them because something happened, okay? So that was one thing. The other thing is to maintain a good relationship with your kid, okay? No parent wants to die when the kid is not even aware that they were alive. I know, that's an exaggeration, but we're Africans, so we need to exaggerate sometimes, okay? Anyway, yeah, we need to, parents you need to maintain a good relationship with your kid. Because if the kid doesn't get depressed, you're never going to have a good relationship with your kid. Because in the first place, most of these African parents don't even want to apologize to their kids. Most of them, I'm not saying all of them, most of them don't want to apologize to their kids when they've done something wrong. All they're going to do is move on with life like nothing ever happened. Buy me gifts. Buy me gifts does not mean you're sorry. No, it doesn't, my dear. It just shows that you're just spending your money on me and you're not apologizing. So a good relationship with your kids is really important. Because if you don't have this good relationship, you're not going to call your kids and you're like, you know what, Pauline, I need to go to the hospital. I think you should come. We're having a family gathering. We're having a family reunion. You're not going to do that. Because first of all, kid will ignore your call. Even if your response will never appear at your place. And guess what? You're the topic of the next clan meeting. So because the kid is not in a good relationship with you, you cannot have anything successful. Because no matter how much you've supported them, no matter how big you are more than them, you still need these kids in your life. Because first of all, one of the reasons you get back to them is because you need someone to be able to support you when they can, okay? So you could want something like, let's say you have a kid living in the US and you like want something right from the factory, or like China, whatever country they are in, and you like know they produce those things in very high quality. But because you don't have a nice relationship, because you spoiled that relationship, that kid even left for the US and never even told you. They only told you after they spent 3 months or more they're in the US, and they're just reminding you, oh, by the way, mom, dad, I'm in the US. Right now I'm a bit busy, but I just wanted to tell you that imagine how hurting that is because of all those things they ever did to your kid. So I think that is needed. And also because when no parent wants their kid to be delinquent in society. And delinquent doesn't mean the kid is having influence from someone else. So sometimes a way of your kid retaliating to what you've done to the kid is by them doing what is contrary to what you want. So if you don't want the kids going out and coming back at 2 a.m., they'll go and come back in the next morning at 5 a.m. Guess what? You don't have what to do. You don't. You're just going to look on. And slowly by slowly, it's just going to increase. And the next thing is, did you know? Study's daughter is the biggest disco clown I've ever seen. She's always in the disco. She's always doing this. You get? So parents, African parents, yeah, not only African parents, even parents everywhere else around the world. You need to know how to handle your kids, even if they're in the worst scenario ever. However, this does not give a justification for kids to come up and do whatever they want, because I'm talking about parents supporting their kids, It doesn't give a justification, okay? So this also goes to the kids. Always do what your parents want, okay? Even if you feel like it's not what you want for yourself, the thing is you can always tell your parents in a calm way. You're like, you know what, mom, I don't want this, so I think we can just do this. You try to have a conversation whereby you are going to come up with a solution. So if your mom wants you to do banking and you don't want banking, you want to do accounting and finance, okay? Get on the table, get wherever you're going, tell your mom, you're like, you know what, mom, I know you want me to do banking, but I think I don't want that because of this and this. And besides, at the end of the day, it's me looking for the job and not you. So I find like banking, I'm not going to get the post I want. And you start like discussing and telling the parent what you want. It's not that every single thing that our parents tell us is always right. No, they're also humans, they make mistakes. However, there are other parents who think they're goddesses and goods. So they will always think that what they're telling you is the truest of the truths of the truth is. I don't know if that makes sense, but what I'm trying to say is that some people think they are the most right, okay? What I'm trying to say is that parents are not always right, okay? Sometimes they may make mistakes, and it's our duty to always tell our parents that, you know what, I think you're making a mistake here. I think this is not right. Like, okay? Like, tell them in a calm way, just to say, mom, you know what, you're just talking trash, you're stupid. You also need your parents, you know? Okay. Anyway, so I was just saying, it doesn't give a justification for kids to be disobedient to their parents. You can be obedient and always air out abuse to your parents, okay? And then also always do what is right for them and do what is going to please them. However, sometimes things can get out of hand, okay? But still, you can apologize for that so to have a good relationship with your parent. This also goes to parents, and I want to say it so boldly. Parents, learn to apologize to your children, okay? Learn to say, I am sorry. It doesn't take away your dignity. It doesn't. It actually brings for you more respect. Like, your kid is going to be like, oh, mommy does actually apologize. I think I should respect her for that, okay? And aside from that, your kid also learns to apologize, okay? Charity begins at home. If you're not going to do these things at home, trust me, your kid is going to be a person with the lowest etiquette on this planet. Anyway, I'm not only talking about kids who are 18 and below, but even kids who are grown up. Yeah. Then the other thing I need to talk about is about, I think at this point, parents I think at this point there should be mutual respect between parents and kids, especially kids who are above 22, 21, 20, because at this point they're learning to make their own decisions. The best thing you can do for them is advise them. But don't start telling them, you know what, okay, some things you need to tell them, but not every single thing, you get. Because they're learning to make their own decisions. So a parent should just chip in to advise and to let them make their own decisions. Once they rush, they crash. At least it won't be you to blame, you know. You wouldn't want to carry your child's burden of having forced them into a decision they didn't want to take. Anyway, back to my point, I was saying parents learn to support your kids, okay? Do not just start throwing tantrums every single way, because first of all, I've already told you, depression comes in so easily and so hardly, you know. People say it doesn't come easy, but it comes easy depending on the scenario. Like this scenario whereby a parent is just going to keep on starting up and shouting at the kid because the kid did not like have good grades or made a slight mistake, or maybe the food got burnt or like you don't need to start throwing tantrums, opening old wounds, all that stuff, adding spirit, adding salt, adding whatever you're adding. Okay, that doesn't make sense. You're just leading the person slowly by slowly, the person for whichever mistake they make, and you comment. The first thing that will come to their head, oh man, I was already blamed for the past things, so I'm always to blame for all these things. And this relates to depression. Your relationship with the kids will never be the best, okay? If you're going to treat them like, you know what, I can do whatever I want because of my kids, so I can shout at you, I can say all the nasty words in your face. Imagine you, mama or papa or whatever it is, and it's your grandma, and it's like, you know what, my daughter, I don't want you anymore. What, all those things. So, dear mommies, dear daddies, whatever you do, remember, I could have been done to you. Even if it was done to you, tit for tat is never fair game, and revenge is not the best solution, okay? You might not do it in a revenge way, you might be tired, you might be angry. This is one thing I should also talk about. If you're really angry with the kid, first calm down, man. You don't just throw off and go like you don't have brakes, or you go like your son. You do not go like a person who just have emotional how to control emotion. So I think parents need to start thinking about these things, because the kids' health is important, the relationship with the kids, and all that kind of stuff that I already talked about. So like Alice on said, I need in this video parents to learn to support their kids and be aware of the tiny little things that they do for their kid, do to their kids, and they like don't really care. So also like kids, yeah, why I'm saying kids is because to your parents are still kids, okay? So you also need to make sure you're like in the right path with your parent, so your relationship in the first place is maintained, your health is okay, like everything is like going on. You don't want to start being the talk of everyone's household, okay? You know, in Africa everyone talks about everyone, so there is no difference, okay? So you either do the right thing and save your lives or save your assets for anything, okay, than being the talk of everyone. So as I conclude this video, once again I'd like to ask you guys, please leave comments for this video. If you like it, please put a thumbs up for it and subscribe. So before I conclude, I just remembered someone sent me an email asking me how they can subscribe to my channel. Okay, to subscribe, when you go to YouTube app, or if you're in the web and you type in YouTube and YouTube comes, and then you type in Pauline Study and then you tap my name, okay? You're going to tap my name and I'm going to show you a video of their preference, okay? Or my most current video. In most scenarios, I'll show you my most current video. So when they show you my most current video, as you look, there is where the video like ends, okay? Like it's like halfway the screen, and then down there is so many different, there is descriptions, there is the title, and then there is the date of production, and then just opposite or adjacent to that there is a red what, it's subscribe, it's in red, so you just tap on it and then you subscribe. So once you subscribe, you don't need to subscribe again, okay? You've already subscribed to the channel, so you can always like watch my videos. Even when you go to the notifications in the app, they always show you your subscriptions. So you like tap on Pauline Study, then they show you Pauline Study has a new video or something like that. Then sometimes you just actually, what I encourage you guys to do is put on your notifications so that you can watch my videos diligently and like try to follow through how I move topic by topic, different things that I do. And now that I'm going to start making hair, so that's going to be a nice thing for men, for women, for everyone. So if you're a man, you have a wife, you have a girlfriend, you have a sister, you have friends who are girls, so you can actually share this channel with them so they're able to take care of their hair, they're able to learn different tactics, they're able to know which products to use. So I've answered that question of how to subscribe to my channel. I think I'll just maybe produce a 5 minutes video sometime on how to subscribe to my channel with more how they call them, photos, graphics, whatever that is. Yeah, I think you get my point. So yeah, so in this video, what I wanted people to know is, parents, you need to support your children, okay? And children, you need to respect your parents and always like try to have a good relationship with them. But that being said, please guys, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new to my channel, and if you haven't just subscribed to my channel. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please put a thumbs up for it, and don't forget to leave a comment if you have one. You can follow me on my social media platforms, and if you have any inquiries, you can just email me and I'll reply. I always reply my comments, and yes. So see ya guys, see ya next time. Bye bye.